than something like public speaking or something like presentations. Because at GE or a larger company, you'll find a lot of the times that they're not looking for you for your technical skills. So if there are some people out, amongst you yourselves that you're thinking, I'm not very good at programming. I'm not very good at debugging things or figuring out how things work. That's okay.
One was just the general concept of for me, the engineering process, just understanding how to problem solve.
Public speaking skills are very important. Change management. You're going to be dealing with change every single day of your life if you do IT from now on, probably forever.
My most important class, actually there'll be two of them. First one was psychology, and the other one I actually can't remember the name of it, but it was an IT class where they basically came in and gave you the end result and wanted you to figure out how to get there. You have a business with, you want to upgrade their IT system, want to be able to do this, how do you get them there? Which is basically a problem-solving class. Psychology is simply because, especially in my business, knowing how to sit in front of somebody of varying degrees of technical ability, from, yeah, that's a mouse, to somebody who actually knows what their computer does and what it's used for.
The day of a computer geek hidden in the back room is becoming less and less. You need to be able to know how to talk to people. You can't go in, you have to quickly gauge people on their basic knowledge, and if you talk over them, their eyes will glaze over. If you're able to connect to them, their level of understanding, they become interested in what you're doing. The day an IT guy walks into an office, hits a couple of keystrokes, and Mary, it's all fixed, and walks out, is basically over now. And a big part of what we do is teamwork. And within teamwork, you have to be able to effectively communicate to the other people that you're working with, so that you
I will say one of the best experiences that I had when I was an intern was meeting with this one guy at GE who absolutely whooped my ass on my resume. He took it and he went line by line, and he was like, he would read it and be like, "So what?" And I was like, "Okay." And he'd go to the next line and be like, "So what? What does this get me?" So what he had me do was go back over my resume, and he would have me take each point that I had, like, say, develop a program for so-and-so. That's what I had on my resume. He'd be like, okay, instead of just putting that down, put down, showed expertise in blah, blah, blah by developing a program for so-and-so. So he basically said, take the skill or take the experience that you have on your resume and match it up with a good trait, a good job trait, I was like a summer counselor when I was a kid, or when I was 16, 17. And I had some things on there, and he's like, you might think these are kind of stupid to put on your resume for GE. He's like, but it makes a lot of sense if you put, showed the ability to coordinate activities through this, and this. He's like, they're looking for people to do that on the job. They're looking for somebody to be a coordinator. They're looking for somebody to be a leader. So instead of just saying, like, I helped kids play dodgeball for 2 hours, you put, demonstrated leadership or demonstrated conflict resolution, when kids got in fights and stuff like that. So really go through your resume and look at what you have there, and then ask yourself, so what? What does the employer get out of that sentence that I put on my resume? And then try to pair up a skill with what you have.
On the opposite end of the spectrum from GE, our company did about $6 million last year in business. So we're a small company, and I can tell you that it's looking really good. I mean, we've hired 3 new people so far this year. We need to hire another person before the end of the month. We've been looking actually for about 4 months now for an IT person, and we haven't been able to find the right person yet. So there's definitely a demand, even in the small companies, like we are with 30, 40 employees.
Depends on where you want to live, whether you want to stay in Jamestown or or local, or if you want to go to a bigger city or a bigger market, and your skill set. That's one reason why I said the internship. The internship thing is huge. It's something that it's not a, well, should I or shouldn't I? It's how many can I get? You can get more than one, do more than one. Locally, if you want to stay in the local market, you really need to have a broad skill set. If you have that, you're very employable. But you have to be a full range IT person. In other words, you need to be able to replace a hard drive,
Write Java.
write Java, install a server operating system, run network wire, build a website, support applications that you've never seen, be able to do end user support, be able to fix your friend's computer, that entire gamut. If you're in a larger market, you can specialize on one thing. You can just be a Cisco guy and make a very good living doing nothing but programming Cisco routers or Cisco firewalls. You can be just a web development person and make good money at it. The availability of jobs in the IT world is huge. Like I said, if there's one thing you like, but you don't like the other stuff, you'll be fine in the IT world. If you say, I really don't like doing all that other stuff, all I want to do is support Exchange server. There are lots of jobs for an Exchange admin, and that's all they do.
You have to be pretty much generalized in all the fields, because an employer here in Jamestown is going to look for a multifaceted individual. They're not going to be able to compete with, in New York City or Chicago or, overseas. I mean, I really agree with him on the intern, because you have the ability at that time, free of charge, to sit there and learn what you like to do. I think I probably will speak for all of them. We wouldn't be doing IT if we didn't like IT. The internships really kind of give you, well, geez, I did this today and I didn't really like it. And then tomorrow you do something else and, hey, that was kind of interesting. It kind of guides you to your interest field, because the only bad job is a job that you hate going to every day. I love my job. I come in every day. I'm here to help people. I learn different things every day, new things every day. It's a great job. So there's lots of jobs out there, and it's just depending on what you want to do.
Overall, I think that IT is a good field to be in. I don't think they're ever going to take a computer and say, these aren't worth going forward with. They're here to stay.